Hello everyone, this is Kanika Bailey from IBIS, and we're starting our presentation now. We're going to be presenting CRM 2013, the marketing module, along with, we have a special guest today where we've invited Allison January from ClickDimensions to talk about her product that works within CRM. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you the basics in CRM in 2013. So those of you that are CRM users already but have not upgraded to 2013, you'll get a look at how it looks. The look and feel in 2013 is a lot different. So you'll be able to see that, as well as once we get through that, we'll talk to Allison and look at how her product, one, looks in 2013, and also how it extends that marketing functionality. So I will be discussing the basic marketing functionality that is available to you in CRM 2011 and 2013, actually. And then Allison will show you what's possible when you add on a solution that will give you more of that, give you more bang for your marketing buck, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll have a Q&A session at the end, so if you have questions, we'll unmute the phone and you guys can fire questions away at us about CRM or ClickDimensions or anything that you want to ask about, okay? We'll also include our contact information at the end so that if you have something that you want to ask offline or you want an actual demo, a personalized demo from Allison, you'll be able to reach out and do that, okay? So thank you for joining. We're going to go ahead and get started now. And again, this is our agenda, so we're going to talk about CRM 2013 marketing, and then we'll also talk about ClickDimensions. So ClickDimensions is a very rich product that has a lot of features and a lot of functionality. We're going to cover the things that customers ask about the most today, so this is a little bit of a condensed demo of ClickDimensions, but I think that we'll be able to hit on the things that you guys are most concerned about and most care about. So we'll talk about marketing automation, email marketing, web tracking, forms, and nurture campaigns. First thing that I want to talk about are some key components in CRM 2013 in the marketing module. That is the marketing list, campaigns, and quick campaigns. So as we're getting started here, we're going to jump into CRM 2013 in a few minutes, but a marketing list is a list of your CRM records. So that's going to be either your leads, accounts, or contacts. So your companies, individuals, and leads, which are prospects, people that you have not done business with yet, people that have come in from a trade show or other marketing efforts that you have, and how you get that information into CRM and use it from there. So we'll talk about marketing lists, then we'll talk about campaigns and the concept of what the campaign is and what you can do with it in CRM, and then we'll also look at one other aspect of the marketing module, which is the quick campaign. Okay, so this is what our agenda is for looking at CRM. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my CRM here. Okay, so I'm in CRM. I'm actually going to start from the home page. And when you're logging in, the first thing that you normally see is the CRM dashboards. For 2013, one thing that they've done is they've really amped up the dashboards so that you get more data right from the onset. I'm going to go to the marketing area here. Those of you not using 2013 yet, you'll notice that the look and feel is vastly different from 2011. So I just want to point out a few things here from that standpoint. I'm looking at the marketing social dashboard, and this is giving me information pertaining to all of my marketing efforts. If you're a CRM user currently, you know that you can configure dashboards to show pretty much whatever you want to show. But as always, we've got those pre-configured dashboards that are giving you information. They're already designed, and they're giving you information straight from your system. So one thing that we see here that's new is we've got this what's new area. So this is the activity feeds that were present in 2011. It's putting that information out here on your dashboard so you can see exactly what's going on in the system. So for example, we see that an opportunity was won for a certain account. We see opportunities that have been created. All of that information is showing up here real time so that you can see that when you go into your dashboard. We've also got some marketing KPIs. I don't actually have anything in this one, but the campaign type mix chart, some other charts here, revenue generated by campaign. So we'd be able to see at a glance how much revenue is coming from our campaigns that we're doing. Scrolling down, you're familiar with the CRM activities, so we've also got a chart of the activities that have been completed in the system. From here, I'm going to actually go to the marketing list. Now, one thing that I want to point out is that we no longer have that left navigation that we're so familiar with in 2011. Everything has been moved up to the top for the most part. So now if I want to go to a different section, my left navigation items are now on the top bar here. So we've got these colorful bars that give us that information. And these are things that you guys are used to, the accounts, contacts, leads, marketing lists, etc. is all here on the top. Now if there's something that should be up here that I don't see, I click on this arrow to the far right. And this gives me my other marketing related topics here. What we want to do is actually go to marketing lists. So I'm going to click on that. And again, marketing lists are lists of your accounts, contacts, or leads. So a marketing list may be a list of accounts in the Atlanta area. It may be a list of customers that have purchased from you in the last 3 months. It could be customers in a certain zip code. These are all things that can be made into marketing lists. For the marketing list, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. There are two different types of marketing lists that you can have. You can have a dynamic list or a static list. A static list is a list that's run one time, and the members generally do not change. So I may create a list of people that are receiving a newsletter and create that as a static list. On the other hand, a dynamic list is a list that's driven from a query, and as the underlying records change, so I may create a dynamic list of customers in the 30092 zip code. As I add and remove customers, say people move into the area or a customer moves and they are now in that zip code, they are automatically added to my marketing list, and that's what makes the list dynamic. There are business cases where both lists can be used and can be appropriate, but it's up to you to kind of decide which one you want to use. So now I've created a marketing list here of accounts, and this is giving me a list of all the accounts that are belonging to that marketing list. So you see here them listed here under members. Now, we see that this is a dynamic list, so based on my criteria, my criteria here is that the account name contains data and that the account is active and that there is information in the state field. So that's my query there. I have options here to do some other things over to the far right. I can add them to a campaign, and we'll talk about campaigns in a minute. I can also do a quick campaign from here. So now that I have this list, I can control what communication is going to this list right from here. So say I want to do a quick campaign. And a quick campaign is basically something to where there's not anything that's saved. So a regular campaign is more or less a marketing event. And that could be a trade show or a conference or a new product launch or something like that. That's a campaign, and we'll talk about those in a minute, but with those, you can actually put revenue numbers around those and track those to see how well you're doing with those. A quick campaign, on the other hand, is something that is just a one-time deal and something that you just want to get out there, and you want to use the marketing list members to do that. So I'm actually going to walk you through a quick campaign right now. So we've got our list of accounts, and we're going to add a quick campaign. Notice here with the new CRM, we've got a subgrid in here that shows these quick campaigns that we've done. And to add a new one, I just hit the plus here. This opens up the quick campaign wizard, and this will walk me through creating that quick campaign for those accounts that I've selected here. So I'm going to hit next. and I'm going to give it a name. And for this one, we're going to do phone calls. So I have a group of telesales reps that are going to actually call all of our current customers and let them know about this new product that we're launching. So I hit next here. The next thing is to select the activity type and the owners. So this allows you to go in and set the kind of activity that you want to set. So in my example, I'm going to use phone call, but this could also be appointments. If you have sales reps that are out in the field and make appointments with customers, you could create an appointment quick campaign for that. This could also be a letter campaign where you're sending physical letters, and you could also do a fax or email. So for this one, I'm going to do a phone call, and then I assign the activities to whoever is going to be making the calls. So by default, these could all belong to me. I could also set this to belong to the owners of the record. So if you have your sales reps that manage accounts and you want the phone call activity to be assigned to them and thus show up on their calendar, you could select that. Now in my case, I have a team of telesales reps that are going to make these calls. So what I could do is, if I had a team set up for them in CRM, I could assign this to the team and then they could go through and make the calls. Or conversely, I could put these activities into a queue so that when the telesales team logs into CRM, they could go to the queue and just go ahead and pick the oldest or the newest phone call activity and go ahead and complete that call and then mark it complete. So I've got a lot of options as to assigning these activities, but this is all automated behind the scenes so that you don't have to worry about manually assigning it to anyone to make sure that it gets done. So for here, I'm going to go ahead and keep me as the owner. And the next step here is creating the phone call activity. So now, you'll notice that a lot of these fields are grayed out so that we can't change them. Because they're going to be assigned to me, and we've already designated who the owner is, the call from is going to be defaulted to me. The subject we'll go ahead and add. And we might put a description in here. Call the customers about new product. Now you'll also know that the phone number is grayed out as well as the regarding. So all of that is going to be filled out when these campaign activities are created. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next here. And this is telling me that it's creating the quick campaign. And I'm going to hit create. So now my quick campaign shows here under the quick campaigns view. And if I open up one of these accounts, I actually open up the IBIS account here. We see that we've got that phone call activity will be listed here under the activities. So again, if you're not familiar with CRM 2013, you see that the layout is a little bit different than it was in 2011. We've got the pertinent account information over to the left side and the address information on the left. In the center, we've got the activity. So as things are happening, we're able to see that right in the center there. And over to the right, we've got the contacts and the recent opportunities. So we've got a more condensed view of our data right here in this screen. Now, one nice thing about 2013 is the ability to go ahead and mark a record complete from here. So you'll notice here, and this was actually a phone call that I had done earlier, I can open this record from here, but if I want to go ahead and mark it complete, I can do this without actually opening the record. So I can mark this complete from here. I'm going to go ahead and open it. And we've got that phone call that we created. Now again, if a telesales rep needed to put some notes in here, they can do that. Then they can mark the call complete, and that will show as a completed call. Another nice thing about this phone call activity is that we can convert it to an opportunity or promote it to a response. If we call this customer and they say, yes, I'm very excited about it, go ahead and put me down. When that product comes out, I want to order X number of them. We could go ahead and turn this into an opportunity, assign it to the sales rep that handles that account, and move on to the next one. We can also choose to promote it to a response. Campaign responses are collected on the campaign, and they let you know how your campaign is actually doing. In terms of this phone call blast that we've done, how many responses did we get? So now, once that's promoted to a response, this is something that we can quantify and show in a dashboard or do reporting on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the campaigns and talk about those. And that will actually segue us into talking about ClickDimensions, which uses the campaigns in CRM very heavily. I'm going to open up a campaign here. So like I said, campaigns are used for marketing efforts that you want to track budget on, include activities on, and things like that. So for instance, if you were going to host a trade show or host a conference or something like that, you can do a campaign for that. Conversely, if you were going to do an email blast where you're emailing 100,000 prospects or customers, you can also do a campaign for that. Campaigns are containers for your marketing activities. They can include several marketing lists. So you see we just worked with the marketing list that had only accounts on it. I could have several marketing lists in this campaign and market to them accordingly. So I could have accounts, I could have leads, I could have contacts in here. All of that would be listed in this campaign. Any activities pertaining to this campaign would show up in the middle section again. And then we can set our start and end dates. We've got campaign activities. See that phone call there. And then another thing down here is the financial area. So I can go ahead and put a budget to this campaign, and then as things are happening, activities are happening, so like the phone call blast that we did, say that cost us $1,000. I can put a dollar amount against that, and that will automatically take away from my budget. So I can see exactly how much money I'm spending on the campaign as I'm going along. On the other side of that, you can also see how much revenue is generated, because this campaign can be linked to opportunities, which then may turn into quotes and orders and invoices, and you can track everything back to that campaign that you started. So that's the beauty of using this functionality, is that you're able to see real dollars, how this campaign is turning into revenue for your company. With that, I think I'm about out of my time, so I'm going to turn this over to Allison. And Allison is going to talk about marketing automation, why you need it, and what it does, and how ClickDimensions as a company will help you with that. Without further ado, here's Allison.
Thank you for that, Kanika, and thank you for that great introduction. I'd like to thank everyone again for joining in on this webinar today and taking a look not only into 2013 but also ClickDimensions. As Kanika mentioned, I am going to run through a few scenarios of how ClickDimensions really leverages its own solution inside of 2013. So with ClickDimensions, we sit natively into CRM. So directly within the sitemap on 2013, ClickDimensions has its own entity. Within this ClickDimensions entity, this is where you can get to all of the ClickDimensions functionality. So ClickDimensions, we offer everything from email marketing, nurture campaigns. You can see who's coming to your website, which pages they're viewing. If you want to build any forms, surveys, landing pages, all of that is created directly within CRM. And all of the data is going to be tracked back in real time in a way that is reportable and actionable. So the first thing that I really want to start off doing today is discussing email marketing and how ClickDimensions really leverages email marketing to build our newsletter campaigns or product updates, partner information, and how that generates into bringing in leads into our CRM and how those ultimately can generate into opportunities. We'll discuss how we leverage forms, our nurture campaigns, and the web tracking functionality. So the first thing that I want to do is just start off by showing how easy and how simple it is to build an email directly within CRM. So this is our production environment. ClickDimensions, we do offer 4 different types of email editors. We have our block editor, our drag and drop, and those are on the simple side. Then we have more of a freestyle editor, which is a WYSIWYG, or what you see is what you get. And then we have our custom HTML. But for today's purposes, I want to go in and show our drag and drop editor. So let me scroll down here and pull in one that we've created for our own use here at ClickDimensions. So this editor is our drag and drop. When creating a new email template, you'll just hit New. You can open the editor, and this is where you can start to edit all of the information. Now, this is an email template that our marketing director created to give out our new release information. So ClickDimensions, we're on quarterly releases, always coming out with a new feature functionality and enhancements to current features. So when building out templates, you can select your content type. You'll have your layout. So if I wanted to add in new blocks, it's as simple as just dragging and dropping in my blocks where I want them to appear in the template. By clicking on a block, I can go in and start to edit the information. Let's say I want to add in an image. We have our image manager. We can select the image that we want, hit OK, and it'll appear directly in the template. Let's say that I wanted to go in and maybe resize the image, change the orientation. You can do that all natively within CRM using ClickDimensions. Another thing that's very powerful about having a solution that sits natively in CRM is the ability to add in merge fields. So any information that we have on a contact, lead, account, or the owner record, we can put it directly within the email template. So when we send out our template, it'll look very personalized. So maybe, we want to create an email template that is looking like it's coming out of Outlook or Gmail or something of that nature. You can create those templates, make them look very personalized while being able to track back the statistics directly into CRM. So it's very easy to build these out. After you've built out your email template, you can go in and do your email sends. Once you do your email sends, this is where we can start to really see the statistics come back into CRM. So with an email send, you send them out directly within CRM. I'm going to open up one from our monthly newsletter just so you can see the statistics behind it. But this is where it starts to create the closed loop between sales and marketing. So marketing's creating our monthly newsletter. And to create these email sends, again, it's very easy. You just hit New. You pull in your template here that you've already created. Kamika was speaking on terms of campaigns, that ClickDimensions does use them heavily. You can connect campaigns to any emails, forms, surveys, landing pages, or nurture campaigns. After our marketing director has specified all the information, who we want the email to come from, when we want it to be sent on, we can then start to pull in our marketing list. So as Kamika mentioned earlier on the call, you can create static list or dynamic list in CRM. ClickDimensions, you can use both static or dynamic lists for contacts, leads, or accounts. You can pull in multiple marketing lists for each email sent. You can pull those in directly here. So after we've sent out, or after we've specified this information on our email send, we can run a few tests. So one test that I want to show you guys today that our marketing director uses heavily is our A/B split testing. So for those of you on the call that are not familiar with A/B split testing, this gives you the ability to test a strategy A against a strategy B. To create our strategy B, we're only required to change one aspect of our strategy A. If I hit the Next button, it'll give me the option to tweak my strategy A template to create strategy B. I can hit Next again, and then it'll let me decide which portion of my marketing list do I want to test. So maybe I want to send 10% of my marketing list strategy A, 10% strategy B, whichever one has the highest unique click or open rate after so many hours, days, or weeks. We'll send that winning strategy to the remaining of our marketing list. So really 90% of our marketing list is going to receive that winning strategy. I can save and close it, and then we can start to view some statistics behind the data. So by scrolling down, we can start to see our performance. How many people did we send this email to? What was their interaction? Click rates, open rates. We can start to see deliverability. Also with ClickDimensions, you can add in social links to your email template, so we can pull in and see if anyone shared out our data on the different social networks. And we can see Matt Whitteman here shared us out on Twitter. And so this will link directly to Matt's profile or contact record in CRM. A few tests that you can run behind this data, and this is one of my favorite, just from a sales perspective. We do a ton around our monthly newsletter, content creation, and things of that nature. So we include a lot of information from our blog, within our organization, our training teams, our support team, our marketing director. They're great about creating blog posts with new ideas on how you can leverage ClickDimensions in CRM. So within our monthly newsletter, we include all of these blog articles. So if I wanted to go in and see, everyone that was looking at this link on our email in regards to ways to A/B split test, I can see that it had 37 unique clicks and 45 total clicks. If I click on this link, it'll let me know all of the individual contacts, leads, or accounts that actually clicked on that link within the template. So if I wanted to scroll through here, and Matt, I'm going to pick on him because he shared us out on Twitter, but I could click on Matt's record and it's going to take me directly to his contact record in CRM. So from here, we can start to see some statistics behind Matt. And so this is where it really starts to create that closed loop between sales and marketing. Now Matt, he has a very high score. He's our Chief Customer Officer here at ClickDimensions, so I hope he has been checking out our website quite frequently. But our scoring, you can create your scoring through ClickDimensions any way that you like. Typically, when somebody comes to our website, they receive 3 points. If they click on a link within an email, they receive 10 points. If they post a form, they receive 25 points. But if I wanted to check out Matt, and let's say he was a prospect for me, and I wanted to give him a call, we could go through and we can see what kind of interaction has Matt been having with ClickDimensions. So we can go in and we can see all of the individual emails that we've ever sent Matt. We can see what kind of interaction he's had with those, what kind of score he's built, how many times he opened, or if there were any clicks. You can also see if there was a bounce involved with that specific email sent, or if it got caught in the spam filter. But let's say I wanted to drill a little deeper into that, get a little more granular. We can go in and see all of those individual email events. So let's say that I've sent Matt an email. I want to see exactly where his interest level is. I can pull in all of the clicks that he's had when emails were delivered or when they were open. The next thing that I want to show you on the contact record is just going to get into this profile management. So with ClickDimensions, we have a LinkedIn connector. We also have another connector that queries on the back end for about 50 different social networks. So under the profile, this will pull in all of the social networks that are associated with Matt's email address that we have for him. So right here, you can see it's pulling in his LinkedIn, his Twitter, his Facebook. Typically, it's going to pull in a photo either from Twitter or Facebook. And then we can see a tracking summary. So we can see all of the visits he's had. We can drill into those and see the individual pages that he's viewed. So the next thing that I want to go into is going to be tracking. So how does ClickDimensions really leverage tracking? We do a ton around content creation, download white papers or content from ClickDimensions. So I want to discuss what it looks like when somebody comes to our website before they actually download this content from us. So with ClickDimensions, you can pull in everyone that's currently visiting your site. You can pull in their referring hosts, their keywords, typically for Bing or Yahoo or LinkedIn and things of that nature. Also on this visit record, you can see we can pull in their browser and things of that nature. So with ClickDimensions, when somebody comes into your website, we track them in as an anonymous visitor. So right here you can see that some of them, we have not identified them as a lead or as a contact. In order for us to identify someone, they have to either click on a link within an email, post a form, submit in a survey, or give us their information somehow. Until they do that, we're going to track them in as an anonymous visitor. They're still going to build a score. We're still going to track all of their page views and interactions that they've had with ClickDimensions. And as soon as we identify them, we'll delete out that anonymous visitor record and track all of the data back to their contact or lead record. Okay? So if I wanted to click on one of these visit records here, I can open it up. I can see where the entry page was, where the exit page was, what kind of score did they build on this visit, their duration. So this person visited a total of 2 pages on their visit. Now, what's really powerful about this, and I'll show you a few cool things later on in the presentation today, is our marketing director, because we can pull in the exact entry page that someone's coming to your website, we can actually start to track back some Google AdWords, maybe banner ads that you're running. So let's say you're running a banner ad on Google. When somebody clicks on that banner ad, you can create a landing page using ClickDimensions. That landing page has a unique entry page, so we can start to query around and see exactly who's coming to our website from that specific landing page. So we can say, okay, we've had 50 visits to our website from this specific ad that we're running on LinkedIn. We've identified 10 of those individuals. Out of 10 of those individuals, we've had 2 opportunities arise from them. So you can start to measure your ROI based around some of those banner ads that you're running. And I'll show you a few examples of that a little later on in the presentation. But as I mentioned, we do a ton around content creation, so we're seeing all of these individuals that come to our site, but we really want to try to get their information. So ClickDimensions, we do a ton around the content creation. So I want to go into our forms. So this is a big way that ClickDimensions actually starts to capture this information for our own internal use. So directly within CRM, we can see everyone that has recently posted a form to our website. And just to give you an idea of how all of this data is brought back into CRM real time, if I go to our website, let's see, I'm going to scroll down, and we have this training resource guide, okay? It redirects me to a landing page that I've created, or that our marketing director has created using ClickDimensions. This form was used creating ClickDimensions as well. It was embedded directly onto the landing page. You can just submit in my information here. It's asking me to opt in to receive some content from ClickDimensions. We have the CAPTCHA component. I can hit Get the Guide. Now, for the purposes of today's webinar, I have cut off my email, but we do have a few call to action set up behind this form. Our entire sales team receives an email internally letting us know every time someone opts in to receive this content. And also we have an autoresponder that's sent out thanking the individual for opting in to receive this and letting them know where they can download the content. But if I go back into our posted forms and I hit refresh here, you can see that the form I just posted in on our website is already back into CRM. So this is really, again, how it's creating that closed loop between sales and marketing. So marketing, they're creating this content, they're posting it out on our website, and then sales is able to follow up with all of these individuals real time. So let's say Alice in January comes to your site, fills in a form, a contact us, you'll get those notifications real time, and you can follow up with her immediately. Okay, so you can see all of the posted form fields that I submitted in as well. Now, the next thing that I want to discuss is, so people, they're opting in for our newsletter, they're coming to our website, they're opting in for all of this content, but what are we doing to trying to stay in front of these individuals? So one thing that ClickDimensions does is our nurture campaigns. So nurture campaigns are a way to create an automated process to try to stay in front of an individual, maybe that isn't quite sales ready, or also we use it as an onboarding process. So every time an opportunity is closed and marked as won, it sends them a series of emails for our onboarding process, letting them know where they can go for training or support and things of that nature. But this is a nurture campaign that's connected to that connected campaign guide I just downloaded on our website or opted in to receive. So when creating a nurture campaign within CRM using ClickDimensions, you'll pull in a marketing list that's connected to this specific nurture, and then you have your nurture builder. So our nurture builder, we have all of our nurture tasks on the left-hand side. So we can specify if we want to send someone an email, or if we want to put a workflow behind this nurture campaign based on the interactions that they've had with our emails. What do we want to have next? So in this specific example, we have a workflow that kicks off and puts a checkbox on the contact record. So our sales team can query around the data and see exactly who has received this nurture campaign by just directly looking on the record. It adds them to the marketing list, and we put a wait stipulation behind this. So we want to wait 1 week after someone has opted in to receive this content, and we want to send them an email. This email just says, hey, what did you think of our guide? If you like this one, download our blueprint guide. And then it waits a week, and it starts to ask, so have they clicked on a link within this email? If they have, let's notify the owner of their record and remove them from the campaign. If they have not clicked on the link, let's go ahead and send them another email. and we'll do the same thing, okay? But what happens if someone clicks on a link within this nurture campaign? The owner of the contact record is notified, and then they can come in and they can take a look at what we call a nurture timeline. With this nurture timeline, it's basically going to let them know exactly what happened on this nurture campaign. So they can see step by step what's going on during this nurture and what really caught the interest of that individual that was placed on the campaign. Okay? So that really sums up the 4 big things that ClickDimensions uses our own solution for. I know earlier in our call, Kanika was touching base on some dashboards. So I really want to show you dashboards that ClickDimensions has created for our own internal use, not only from a marketing position, but also from a sales position. So I want to take my last few minutes here and run through a few of those with you. So, and just to let you know, dashboards, hands down, it's absolutely my favorite out-of-the-box functionality that CRM has to offer. It really pulls in all of the information that you actually care about seeing. Okay, instead of having to run through CRM and do a bunch of click-throughs to see who opened the email or what that specific campaign looked like, you can pull in all of the data that you actually care about seeing. So this first dashboard that we're taking a look at, this one is for our monthly newsletter campaign. Our marketing director, she wanted to see exactly what it looks like in terms of opens, clicks, deliveries, unsubscribes month to month. So she wants to make sure that her newsletter is, getting better and not worse each month. We could also have taken a look at what do our opt-ins versus unsubscribes look like each month. Again, she wants to make sure more individuals are actually opting in to receive this newsletter from us than unsubscribing. Because we've attached campaigns to this monthly newsletter, we can also pull in any opportunities that are associated with our monthly newsletter campaign. We can see what our social sharing statistics look like. And then also our marketing director, she wanted to see what are the top 5 links that individuals clicked on within this monthly newsletter campaign. So she knows what type of content everyone was interested in, and she'll know how to interact within the next monthly newsletter campaign that she's sending out. And because all this is just a query or an advanced find within CRM, we can open this up and we can see all of those individuals that actually clicked within these links. So here we can see Cheryl, the links that she's clicked on, but let's say we wanted to see everyone that has clicked on our top link within our newsletter. We can see Chad was very interested within that link, but we could scroll through and see exactly the interaction that we're having there. The next dashboard that I wanted to show everyone is related around our Google AdWords. So here we go. This dashboard is again one that my marketing director uses for internal use around the different campaigns that we're posting out or banner ads that we're using on Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, things of that nature. So the first view that we have here, this just shows us all the leads that we're gathering in CRM on all the campaigns that we're running, okay? This one lets us know exactly what it looks like in terms of our CRM training ebook, all of the leads that we're gathering from these AdWords each month. So April, we received 128 leads that came into CRM from this specific ad. And as you can see, it's starting to go down. But if we scroll down here, we can see our ebook. What is our connected campaign guide looking like? We can see, our ROI guide, our blueprint guide. So our marketing director, she can come in, she can take a look and see exactly which guides everyone is interested in. We try to come out with a new guide quarterly with our new releases, just different marketing ideas, different ideas on how to use ClickDimensions in CRM. It's just a ton of great content, so I do encourage everyone to go and check out all the content on our website. Another dashboard that I do want to show everyone is just around surveys. So we discussed forms, but also with ClickDimensions, you can do surveys. So our support teams, our training teams, they use ClickDimensions surveys just to send out every time someone submits in a support ticket or they attend one of our training sessions. They want to see, where the customer satisfaction is. So our Chief Customer Officer, Matt Litteman, that I picked on him and showed you guys his profile earlier. This is his main dashboard that he goes in to check what's going on with support in terms of surveys that are being submitted in, what are our average ratings for our onboarding or our support ratings. And again, he can drill directly into these and see exactly, who is scoring us, what kind of score they've given us, and then he can follow up with them accordingly if need be. Okay, so I am running out of time here. I could discuss ClickDimensions for hours because there is a ton of great things that you can do with our solution. But I do want to pass it back to Kanika and see if you had any last words that you would like to say before closing or open it up for questions at this time.
I do have one question, and this is kind of one that we get a lot, and I think it's kind of one of the things that makes people hesitate about buying something like this is a lot of times people find themselves being thrown into a project where they're supposed to enhance the marketing, they're supposed to send out an email blast or something like that, but they don't know where to start, they don't have any HTML background or anything like that, so they're concerned about how easy it is to build templates. Can you speak to that, Allison?
Yeah, definitely. So as mentioned earlier in the presentation, we do have the 4 different email editors. We have 2 that are more on the simple side, which one, the drag and drop editor that I showed previously, and then we have our block editor. So let me just go back in and I'll show you a few of the other editors that ClickDimensions does have to offer for those of you that may not be HTML savvy, that do want to be able to build out an email template fairly quickly and easily. So this editor that I'll show you now, this one is our block editor. Again, this one is very easy to build out. This is one that we've used for our monthly newsletter. Our marketing director, she tends to prefer our block editor over our others because it is very easy to build out. So this one is all about right-clicking. So if we want to insert new blocks to the right, to the left, above, or below, we can just right-click, insert a new block. We can right-click again. We can add in our content, so we can specify text, image and text, or if we did want to pop in some HTML directly within the template, we can do that. But if I hit text, we can hit next. And this is actually our 3rd editor. It's our WYSIWYG or our freestyle editor, but it looks very similar to using Microsoft Word or something of that nature. So you can just come in, put in the content that you want to include within that text box. With this editor, you do have the ability to tweak the HTML if you did want to, but it's not required. Another thing that I didn't speak on earlier, but creating our surveys, forms, and things of that nature inside of CRM, it's very easy to do. And you can link all of those directly within email templates. So let's say that we've created a newsletter survey that we wanted to link directly in the template. We can hit save. It'll automatically link it in. When someone takes that survey, it'll track all of that data directly back to their contact or lead record. The same thing with our profile management. Let's say that you've created a profile form. You want someone to be able to update certain information that you have on them in CRM. You can create one of those forms, link it directly within the template, and again, it'll track all of that back to their record. So it's very easy to come in and add in content that you've created using ClickDimensions, or really just change background colors, bordering styles, and things of that nature. Also, as part of ClickDimensions, we really didn't touch base on, but our training program for ClickDimensions is pretty extensive. To get started with ClickDimensions, we have our ClickDimensions Training Academy, which is out on our website. So if we scroll down here through the ClickDimensions Academy, it's based on a 2-week program, 1 hour each day. The first week is over email marketing. So day 1 teaches you how to create an email template using ClickDimensions. Day 2 will teach you how to create those subscription management profile forms. Day 3 is how do you send out the email, and day 4 is over email statistics. If you have any questions, Fridays are always left open for Q&A. You can attend these sessions as many times as needed, and we have new courses that start every Monday at 9 a.m., 4 p.m., or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. And we do have recorded webinars if you're not able to attend the live sessions.
So what makes your product different from, say, Constant Contact or Exact Target or some of the other competitors out there?
One of the key differentiators between ClickDimensions and some of our main competitors is really just being built specifically for dynamic CRM. So the typical marketing scenario that we hear quite often is you're using CRM, you're using someone for email marketing. If you're lucky, it has some sort of integration with CRM, but it's not built specifically for, so there may be some hiccups along the way with that integration piece. ClickDimensions really differentiates itself by being built specifically for Dynamics. We're built in Windows Azure. We connect to your CRM, to your recipients' inboxes, to your website, and then we filter all of that data back into CRM. We're fully focused on Microsoft. It's the only CRM that ClickDimensions works with. We're also the only solution that is built specifically for Dynamics and certified by Microsoft for both 2011, 2013 on-premise and online.
So we've got Allison's contact information, her email and phone, and then my contact information as well. If there are some questions that you think of later on in the day or at some point and you want to ask us, please feel free to reach out. Like I said, if you wanted to get, Allison went through a lot of data today, so if you wanted to get a personalized demo that maybe focuses on the areas that you're struggling with or that you have questions about, she can certainly schedule that with you so that you can see that and have more time to kind of get your head around how it works and things like that. Thank you guys for attending.